What if I told you that your car's shock absorbers could be silently putting you in danger? Many drivers don't pay attention to their shocks until their car starts bouncing like a trampoline over bumps or feeling unstable on the road. But by that time, your safety could already be at risk. In this video, we're counting down 4 dangerous effects of worn shock absorbers on road safety. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end, because number 1 could literally save your life. Let's jump right in. Number 4, poor handling in turns and corners. Ever feel like your car is leaning too much when you take a sharp turn? Or maybe it feels unstable when changing lanes on the highway? That's a classic sign of worn out shock absorbers. Shocks play a huge role in controlling body roll, which is the way your car moves when you take a corner. When they're in good shape, they help keep the car balanced. But when they're worn out, your vehicle starts to sway uncontrollably, making it much harder to steer precisely. And here's the scary part. This isn't just an inconvenience. Poor handling in turns can increase your risk of losing control, spinning out, or even rolling over. Imagine you're driving on a winding road or making a sudden lane change to avoid an obstacle. If your shocks are bad, your car might not respond the way you expect, leading to a dangerous situation. Now, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, increase braking distance. Here's something most drivers don't think about. Your shock absorbers play a direct role in how quickly your car can stop. When your shocks are worn out, they can't keep your tires firmly pressed against the road. This causes the tires to bounce or skip, which reduces traction and makes braking far less effective. Studies have shown that worn-out shocks can increase your stopping distance by up to 20%. That might not sound like much, but think about this. If you're driving at 60 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour and suddenly slam on the brakes, that extra 20% means your car could travel an extra car length or more before stopping. And in an emergency situation, that extra distance could be the difference between avoiding a crash and smashing into the car in front of you. If your car takes longer to stop than usual, don't just blame the brakes. Check your shocks. Before we continue, if you're finding this information helpful so far, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe for more car safety tips and maintenance advice. It really helps out the channel and keeps you informed. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2. Reduced vehicle stability. Imagine this. You're driving on the highway and suddenly a strong gust of wind hits your car. Normally, your vehicle should stay stable, right? But if your shocks are worn out, your car might start swaying side to side uncontrollably. Shock absorbers help keep your car balanced, especially when driving at high speeds or on uneven roads. But when they wear out, you might notice that your car bounces excessively after hitting bumps. You feel a floating sensation at highway speeds. It's harder to control the car in crosswinds. This isn't just annoying, it's dangerous. If your car doesn't stay stable, it becomes much harder to react to sudden obstacles, avoid accidents, or drive safely in bad weather. So if your car feels unstable or hard to control, your shocks might be to blame. And now, we've reached the most serious effect of all. Number 1, reduced effectiveness of safety systems. Most modern cars come with advanced safety features like ABS and traction control, but here's something most drivers don't realize. These safety features only work if your wheels stay in contact with the road. When your shock absorbers wear out, your tires start to bounce and lose contact with the road surface. And when that happens, systems like ABS and traction control can't do their job properly. Think of it this way. Imagine trying to walk on a slippery surface with shoes that barely touch the ground. You're going to slip and fall. The same thing happens with your car. If your tires aren't making full contact with the road, your ABS might not engage properly, and your traction control might not be able to prevent skidding. That means in a panic situation, like slamming on the brakes in the rain, your car might not stop as quickly as it should, putting you at even greater risk of an accident. Your shock absorbers don't just make your ride smoother. They're a key part of your car's overall safety system. If they're worn out, even the most advanced technology in your car won't be able to protect you.